Tracks are my go-to source for insight into animals in the reserve. Species, number, mood. You can learn a lot about them before you've ever spotted anything.
All right, hopefully I have everything set up. What's up, RW? Let's go reset time. I guess I've already done that. How are you today, RW? There's the echo that I knew was going to be somewhere. There we go. Jimmy Jam. I assume you're out of school, right? You said you were out of school, had a couple days left last time, right? Let's set it to 7. I'm good, RW. I don't know how long I'm going to go today. Normally I try to do like 4 to 5 hours, but today may be a little bit short. I wasn't even going to stream today, but man, I'm ready for this bear to just be here. Let me just set that up too. Wish your whitetail was here already. How many kills are you in? Where's it at? There we go. Over 3K. Dude, at that point, I'd probably stop counting. For your own sanity, I'd probably stop counting. That sucks. Will this be your first whitetail when you get it? Just stay still. There we go. Drop time was the first. So you just got... How many kills did that one take? Hopefully that wasn't also a super long grind. $907. That's not... That one wasn't terrible, though. The first one wasn't that bad. I was really hoping for a quick turnaround for this bear. My first one actually, went about the average, so I was kind of thinking, well, maybe I'll get a short one, but I mean, I guess it still could be short. The good thing about the bear is it's not that it's not that bad. Even if it goes long, it won't be as bad as the whitetail. Mish, what's up, Mish? Good one. I got the message. Good morning to you too. Hopefully you're having a good day. What's up, Spider? That one's definitely a cinnamon, I think. I don't know. Sometimes that sun makes them all look rare. I got to sleep in, which was real nice. Let's go. Guess they shared the new map. I haven't seen anything today. Was that yesterday or? Of course, at this point, I don't know what else they have left to keep secret. We know what the map is. It's the pick of the full map. Oh, I have to look it up. That makes sense, though. They don't have that much to hide. We know the species. We know it's got different biomes and stuff. I guess the only thing they have left to tell us is what the great one is, which I think I'm assuming it's a mule deer. I feel that pretty safe to say. Two more. This has been the first rare in, several hundred kills. Because besides muleys, I don't even know what else. I guess people online are saying they want the wolf would be cool, which that's true. It's just I don't think it's the wolf. Come on, switch. Then other people are saying the elk despise the wolves. The wolves are gonna make it really hard to grind for on the new map for a great one, I think. Mule deer or elk? Yeah, I'd agree. Muleys have been requested for so long. It would be weird if they don't go with them, especially since they just got the remodel and everything. So, because they needed that remodel for a while. Just got in 3 hours worth of mowing. Let's go, Burke. Welcome in, dude. I had a dream it was going to be an elk. My only thing with the elk is, did they just do it on the new elk, the Manitoban elk? Because if that's the case, that'd be kind of weird, right? A lot of people would want to see it on a Rocky or a Rosie, so unless they did something where they did for all of them. Yo, 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 what's up, FFL? Back on the Bears today. Hopefully we get one before the new map drops. Yeah, level 8, level 7. A couple months ago. Getting the remodeling done. I got you. We went through that when my granddad died too. Damn it. Because once she decided to live by herself, you know, you just got to start remodeling everything for older folks living by themselves. So we've been working really hard these last couple of months. We got it all clean last month. We're planning on getting a remodel. I got you. Well, good on you for putting in that work, dude. Dang, this thing probably ran for a mile. Half of the house is over 100 years old. They added on it. So it needs like a full-fledged, everything's going to have to be redone. All right, dog. First time today I need you. She traveled all the way to the Netherlands to America when she was 13. Damn. Aren't you from Alabama, Bert? That's crazy if that's true, and she ended up in Alabama. Of all places. Iowa, okay. That's still kind of crazy, but that's even more crazy. Never mind. That is wild that she went from the Netherlands and made it all the way to Iowa. Jumping between. So it's kind of a chill grind. Gotcha. Well, that's what I wanted this to be. I was doing the Fox, and I wanted to get the Fox and Tar done so I could have all the great ones going into the new map. But since the Fox is obviously not going to be a quick grind, I mean, I'm already at, you know, about 1,000 and change for the males. I switched back to bears and just got over it. Don't go. Oh, you. Look at that. Just ran into the water. Just out of spite. Damn it. All right. Well, we'll be here for a minute and then we'll reset time. I hate when they do that. My first grind, I would get up and For school, grind, kill hundreds. My first grind was pretty laid back. It was for my first red deer, and it was a long grind, so I think that's what made me kind of slow down and take it chill. Because it got to 3,000 kills. See, I used to skip time, and they'd end up on the side of the pond somewhere. The last time I did that, I lost a bear and had to main menu. BRB, I'll be back in a second. We're spraying right now. I got you, Bert. And after I lost that bear and had to main menu, then the rest of the day obviously slowed down. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to sit here and wait. So if it's wolves, if they do the wolves, which some people think they will, I wonder if they'll fix them in multiplayer to where they don't just stay in place. Because if they don't, I mean, we're going to get great ones in like a day. But since they're getting a rework, I assume they're going to try to fix that as well. Come on, dude. I think the only great one, obviously, that we don't have a plan for would be the Manitoban elk. If they go with the elk on the new map, because obviously we haven't played it. But muleys will definitely be Rancho. And wolves, unless they fix the multiplayer glitch, that's what people will do. Are you kidding me, dude? Come on. Alright, now we can roll time. So you said you were doing a chill grind, Jimmy Jam. What are you grinding for? Seems like a lot of people are doing whitetail right now. Whitetail. I thought I remembered you saying whitetail. I think you're doing it. Bert's doing it. Gunsmoke, I think's doing it. Also, I apologize. I think you already told me that. Way back in the beginning, you told me that. Yep. I didn't know if you may have a different grind going too. Because right now I'm grinding multiple stuff. But I will tell you, if you're staying on your whitetail, that's probably the smartest thing to do. Because splitting them just kind of ends up messing up your time. Wow. So you came in just to try out Nightbot. I don't care what track I get. I just want to be done. Dude, if I got to that many kills, I won't blame you. Don't run in the water. Are you kidding me? They're both going to end up right in the water. That dude may stay on the shore. I don't know. When I did my whitetail, I didn't want to get the big rack because it felt like everybody was getting the big rack, you know? But also, I didn't go 3,000 kills, so I don't blame you for just wanting it over with. Dang it, dude. I guess I could probably just keep going and then come back and pick that up. I just got to remember to do that. Thought it had the big wrap too, so the drop tine. Dude, drop tine's a cool first whitetail. I wish mine was a drop tine. I got the Kinsko rack, the chainsaw rack, which I'm fine with because I didn't want to get the big rack, but it's not my favorite. This zone does work better, but I'll tell you, these angles on these bears are not as broadside as that one up on the hill was. He's gonna run for a minute. So is he. Well, we're gonna have to do some tracking. By the time we find these, that other dude will definitely be on the shore. Gotta say hi to Blast. I got you. He's probably on his lunch hour for Red Dead. I wonder if the 375 is better about just instant damage, so I don't have to track it as far. I know people said he used the 375 for moose. There's one of them. I don't moose short. Well, what do you grind your moose with? The 300 still? $300 still. Yeah, me too. I guess I'm just more comfortable with the 300 because I've used it so much to grind. What's up, Hunter? Welcome in. See, now I think this bear has disappeared, and now I'm concerned again that we've lost the bear and have to main menu. Because, see, the bear's still there. At this point, from now on, if it goes in the water, we're just going to stay there and watch it. We're not going to move. We're not going to do anything. Because now I think we have to main menu again. Yeah, the introduction of Nightbot's the problem. I can still see the blood. But I don't see him anywhere over there. Damn Nightbot. Nightbot is greatly. Ah, Nightbot's great. What the hell did Nightbot do? Other than now I don't have to just go through everybody's YouTube to send people there. Yep, we're gonna have to main menu. That sucks. Yes, it did nothing. That is so dumb. So you can't even fast travel without losing these bears if they're in the water. Last time I get it, I rolled time and it disappeared. But fast traveling makes them disappear? $2,000 kills ago? That's actually not that bad if you're going 2,000 kills in between crashes. Let's make sure this dude is not on the bank somewhere before I just hit. Unbelievable. The worst part is, now it's going to take them a minute to fire up and get back to normal. At this point, we may as well just go roll time again. And see, main menuing's fine for every other species except for fox and except for bears. Nope. It's the exact same zone too. Exact same zone that the first one disappeared at. guess they're already back here. I also hate Wisconsin weather because one day it's cold and next it's 70 degrees outside. Yeah, and they actually get cold. Down here it's just kind of hot all the time until it gets in the middle of winter, and then it's, you know, like 40. Gotta go grocery shopping. Y'all have a good day. You too, Mish. Some days it is -20. Ew. See, I'd never want to live somewhere like that. Moody. What's up, Moody? We're already missing bears. Already missing bears. There's one. Get to go ice fishing. That would be pretty sick. I've never got to do that, but we do get to go ice fishing. Oh my god. All right. We're not just gonna leave this time, I don't guess. But man. I almost want to hunt them with something that's not the 300, just so they'll run away a little bit and get off the water. Dude, I really hate them on this water because it's so shallow that they kind of just bounce around the water. Talking about Wisconsin. Yeah, but is ice fishing really worth it? Really worth, like, wind chill getting in the negatives? I'll just stay where it's nice and hot all the time. It is. Do you do ice fishing, RW? Or are you just saying, yes, it's worth it because you live somewhere cold?
Tracks are my go-to source for insight
shut
into
up, dude.
animals in the reserve. Species, number, mood. You can learn a lot about them before you've ever spotted anything.
See, he thinks I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Come on. Can't go above the dick line? Nope, you can't. It's important to stay, I want to go fishing, but the ice is all melted. But do you ice fish, RW, or are you just saying ice fishing would be worth it in your brain? You know what you get to do if you stay below the dick line? You get to put in for alligator hunts if you want. You can go fishing whenever you feel like it. Like, the only thing stopping me from fishing right now is I don't want to go fish in the wind blowing. I'm just saying it would be worth it. Maybe. Depends on what you're fishing for. Y'all do have some fish up there I'd like to fish for. Like, I've never got to fish for pike, and I think that'd be cool. But we got our own version of pike. If I want to, I can go hook into a gar. Anywhere that gets frozen. She's staying where it gets nice and 40 degrees during Christmas. We've had Christmases down here that actually stayed around 70. Go fish? With the wind blowing, I'm definitely not about to go fish. And it's going to rain too, and the water's still high. But thanks. State record pike. Nice. That's fine. Definitely not going to go fish though. It'd be a waste of worms to go fish today. Oh, I wasn't zeroed. Moody, did you get your fallow last night, or are you still on the grind? There we go. There's 3 of them. Did you say yuck to that shot? I mean, the first shot wasn't great. Still on the grind. Well, it's kind of crazy that it's been that long of a grind for a fallow. Normally they go pretty quick. Yeah, you didn't even get to keep it. There should be 2 bears up here somewhere. Some people are going up to 7,000. You know something? Yes, some people do. But I think that the one number that gets overcounted more than anything is when people say that they've had, you know, these really crazy long grinds. I know they exist, but there are so many people that will tell me, I did 8,000 kills before I got my pheasant. No, you didn't. Gotta call Nana C. I got you. in Elroy, Wisconsin. Is that a long drive or something, Jimmy Jam? Nope, nothing. 40 minutes away. That's not that bad. You doing travel ball? See, now you're going to fall in the trap, Jimmy. You do travel ball, because I did the same thing. You do travel ball, and then you do play for the school and everything. Your whole life is just baseball. Dang, man. I knew when I made Minute I was cooked, because they're going to be slow to come back. Nope, for the school. Gotcha. Because I fell into that trap where it was travel baseball, and then you play for the school, and then when football season comes around, you do that. So you're basically always playing something. All right, R-Dub. Six and an 8. The good news is we made Minute early, so we're not that bad. Be on the JV, gotcha. I always thought that was kind of where you make the jump in baseball, because once you go to JV, the kids that aren't very good will usually start to quit. We got 2 of them. And when I say aren't very good, I'm kind of just talking about the kids that you can tell they were forced to play by their parents because they're out in the outfield just kind of dicking around. But usually that stops around junior varsity. Go get this dude. Play outfield, and I like our team. Outfield is stacked. So, yeah, especially when you start getting older, outfield becomes. I mean, you're probably already there. You're playing into the summer, so you may be doing all-stars or something. But outfield is where they usually put the athletes. I would sub in outfield when I wasn't pitching. That was kind of the deal. But I pitched more than anything. Welcome back, R-Dub. R-Dub, you gonna shoot some tar this weekend, or are you just gonna... Because I know you hated the fox, but you can't hate the tar and the fox. Alright, let's try this. Well, I guess you could hate them both, but... Could beat both teams we have played by 10. Damn. Alright, let's just roll time. Well, we can check this last zone. No, we're just gonna roll time. Maybe check the exteriors at the end of the next rotation. The key, Jimmy, if you're that good, if your team's that good, is as they get older, you're gonna have some that are gonna quit. So you need to keep the core group of folks together. And not just quit, but they'll quit to go to play other sports and stuff like that, you know? $3,033 whitetail kills. You should be due. Got stuck in the tent. It's been a while since that was a problem. But see, after a grind like that, I'd spawn him and then I'd just run a few more times because, like, after a grind like that, you should be due for a short one right after it. Oh, that's crazy. 3 level 6s in a row. That's almost scary. Oh, we must have just grazed him. There we go. Be there this weekend. Let's go, R-Dub. Got to go get to the tar so we can get back around to the moose. I know that's what you really want. How's your second moose grind going? Fighting with my phone? Been there, dude. I get it. Started back a couple days ago. Yeah, you've been taking a break doing a lot of racing games, right? Did you platinum Wreckfest? Well, clearly he won. He's typing again. There we go. Not yet. I had to show Stoner how to do the, get the rocket up to, like, 200 and something miles per hour. That was the only one he was missing. But I looked on yours. I think you were just missing the lawnmower one, right? To get the 1 hour. So I'll just, what I did with that is when I left, Like I went out. I think I took the dogs out. I did something, and I just left my PlayStation running, just sitting on the lawnmower. That's how I got it. I had to do the same thing when I platinum Rocket League. There was a spend like an hour in training. Could be AI on his phone. You missed it last night because you weren't in Caitlin's stream, but she made a whole song about the whole AI talk. All right, let's check this overflow rate just to make sure. She did. Yep, she played both versions. She has a more upbeat version of the war with AI, and then a much darker one. She played it early in her stream, and then she got robbed. Because I look back at that shot, that looked like a pretty good shot. Yeah, it was super early in the stream. Well, all our fours are still here. He haven't had anything jump into these exteriors in a long time. But when she took that shot, I remember that same conversation we had with the hunter yesterday, where he was like, "Well, what gun should I use?" Use the one you've been using. I can only think of, I mean, maybe fallow now because I have 4 fallow great ones that I'd start messing around with shots, but no way I'm not just shooting with what I've been shooting with the whole grind. That was not a good shot. That follow-up would have been. There we go. That guy up. Way up here. any bears here this time. So we got one. Assuming I can just drop him, he should be far enough to where he won't get in the water. Oh, level 3. Don't drown in the water. Don't go. Are you kidding me? I hate that zone so much. So much. Dude, I haven't even shot one out of there without having to sit here and wait. It's 7:42 in game. By the time that bear gets over to that other side, it'll be time to roll time. The real bullshit is like you shoot them, they run in the water, and then they just stand there and bleed out. I hate it. Oh, that's how he just fell. Okay, that makes sense. What a shot. Thanks, R-Dub. It was pretty much luck, but we'll take it. Especially since now we're just going to sit here and wait for this dude to float back. I don't see the bear. There's no way I'm going to main menu again. Okay, it's there. I see it now. At least I thought I did for a second. There it is. Thank God. It's coming slowly but surely. For whatever reason, I can fast travel around this water, and it's fine. The minute I go away from this water, then I lose it. We're going to have time to hit one more lake. Maybe two. I want to stream, but I can't. Why not, Jimmy Jam? Isn't there an age thing for streaming? Or is it subscriber count? There we go. Alright, you got one of them. sub plus hour count, I'm pretty sure. I know that a lot of younger folks, when they start streaming, I know the face cam will get them in trouble. They'll get removed. I'm pretty sure that happened to Turtle a while back. And then we got to roll time. It would have been fine if that dude had just died and stayed on land. Could have done a whole nother rotation. RW, I thought you were going to start streaming out at some point. We're not going to start there. We're going to start at this league. It won't let me stream, so I have been busy trying to make videos. Oh, I guess for the same reason as Jimmy Jam. That's weird. I don't know how many subs I had before my first live stream, but I don't think it's a crazy number that you need. I know on Twitch, I don't even think there's a number on Twitch. I think you can just do it. Need 50 subs? Yeah, that sounds right. There we go. Off PlayStation with 25. I swear 50 was what I heard too, but I've seen other people stream, like Spider said. Well, we almost rated Lilith Games from Moody's chat the other night. I don't even think she's at 50 yet, and she's live streaming. It wouldn't let me till 50. Are you doing it from PC? Maybe it's a PlayStation thing that lets you do it early. Because PlayStation does make it super easy to just kind of jump right into streaming. Xbox and capture card, gotcha. Yeah, I've heard Xboxes it works better for Twitch, and PlayStation works better for YouTube. Good afternoon, Mr. E-Man. Get out of the water. Get out, you son of a dude. Every single time. Every single time I'm stuck on this one piece of water. This has been the day, E-Man. Pretty much sitting here waiting for these bears to float back to the other side. So there's that one floating. I could have sworn I shot two. What's up, Lilith? Welcome in. I was running the same issue Pickle has been having. It's been verifying your phone number and didn't. That's weird. I didn't know Pickle was having that problem. Damn it, dude. We haven't killed a bear on this side without it floating. I'm going to start taking non-vitals, to be honest with you. I'm just going to start shooting them in the leg. I think we shot twice, too. Did I shoot twice? Looks like the pressure from two, but we're just going to go wait for this dude to float back. What problem is, verify your phone number and... So I've just been busy. Gotcha. I didn't know Pickle was having any problems, R-Dub. I guess we're just going to sit here and wait for this thing to float back. That was quick. Very strange. Gotcha. Well, what kind of videos are you talking about making? You said if you can't go live, you're working on videos. Just Call of the Wild stuff, or are you trying to do some Wreckfest and World of Outlaws stuff too? Maybe I only shot one bear over here. Call of the Wild Paranormal Wreckfest. Talking about like live streaming yourself doing some paranormal investigating. You could do a collab with Witchy. Yep. Nice, dude. Alright, dog. Is there any blood around here? I knew there was a second bear. Although Witchy doesn't post as, I mean, she posts like she has that AI thing up now, which is kind of cool. Jesus, this dude ran a long way. Ruth. On her lunch break, I assume. Welcome in, Ruth. Hopefully you're feeling better than yesterday. Now, come on, dog. That's good. Been lurking, I see. Man, I can't wait for them to get the remodel. Especially on the diamonds. The diamond bighorns just look so over the top. They needed to rework for a while. Are you behind in stream, Mills? That's why I need since you like Nightbot so much, I need the exclamation live. G1 today. Maybe, hopefully. If I can get these bear to stop falling in the water, it would be a lot further along. Well, I'm not sure what to think. Might have caught the flu. Ew, that sucks. Sorry about that, Ruth. Also, welcome in, Caitlin. Welcome in, Lord Waltz. See, WifeBot said that she no longer wanted to be WifeBot, so now she demanded that Nightbot be added. Make the actual bot work. Yes, indeed. It's alright, just can't wait for work to be over. That's the universal thing. And you're close to a weekend, Ruth. But there's no... Are you talking about a command? Oh, there's a second one. How's everyone doing? Not too bad, Waltz. I already had the main menu once, so the bears are a little slower than I want them to be at this point. That should be 2. Nightbot is indeed selfish, but it's an AI, and soon they'll be our overlords. Although Caitlyn's already made herself an enemy of Nightbot, so... I'm just frustrated, don't know what. My immune system is trash. Nah. Maybe root, but I mean, it's... I understand when you start getting sick a lot, how that... You start to think that type of stuff, but... It may just be bad luck. There could be a wifebot command, though. Yeah, but I don't know what it would say. That wouldn't be like, now I'm in trouble for putting that as the command. The main reason I wanted it yesterday was because when I tried to find the Hunter's channel, I had to go to his channel and find his link. So now I should have pretty much everybody's link as a command. Yeah, there's obviously some that's missing. I know I got yours, Nate's, Rum's, Waltz's, Chopper's, Moody's, and I guess that's it. I think that's it. So many can't. Yep. Like for Rums, I mean DJ basically has all of it just memorized, but I have to go in the actual commands to see which commands. All right, we hit those two. Let's go to this one. Plus, you don't need a command for light because you had Picklebot. Mine hates me a lot. Got to turn it off. No, I'm not. The only thing I turned off on Nightbot has been the moderation. You got to. Moody came in here yesterday and was like, "What's up, fucker?" So she'd have been banned the first thing she said. I want to quit, but it's only 3 more hours, so I guess I'll... There you go, Ruth. Only 3 more hours. And you wake up, do it one more time, and then it's the weekend. I've been kinda busy with song making. Be careful, RW, you get addicted to that type of stuff. Then you'll end up like Nate. Mine posts all the messages that... Oh, I've seen that before. Where Nightbot's basically spamming commands. Why are they treating us this way? Is to lower the defenses. Make us more reliant on their shitty services. Made a Beaver song last night. And Dark Owl song today. Wait. Made a counter to Dark Owl song? Dark Owl made a song? Dark Owl does eat great ones. been making songs. Gotcha. Well, you said you have randoms listening to your Suno now. That's got to be weird. Or imagine the poor soul that ends up in Nate's Suno. He's going to be really confused. Someone commented on RW's Showerhead song. What a weird song to comment on. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just like, there's so much lore they're missing that without context is going to seem dumb. They like the groove. Was it Al Capone? He always says that. Back spray. What? Oh. Welcome back, Moody. We haven't even had a 9 today. Of course, they were kind of slow yesterday, then they started. Someone else found my EC versus Souls. Hey, that's a good song, though. There's some songs that, like, regardless, they don't need the context because the song's just like, oh my god, another one ran into the water. But they don't need context for the Emerald Coast song. That's just kind of a banger. G1 incoming? Here's what I'll tell you. Right now, if I shoot a great one, it's going to run into the water, and then I'm going to have to wait to claim it. But I appreciate the positive thoughts, Hunter. Hopefully you're right. Here's what we've learned this week, though. The same thing I told you yesterday. If I do spawn it, I'm going to take the shot with a normal-ass weapon to make sure that everything's okay. So the... yeah, that one. That's what I will not be doing. That's kind of crazy. I was actually thinking about that when you pulled out that pistol, that same conversation we had yesterday. Better off no-scoping it. The reticle just kind of got lost in the leaves for me at first. And then when I went back and rewatched it, I can see the reticle's kind of weird. Use the 300 tactical. I will be using the 300 tactical on the bears. Although at this point, I'm going to start wounding the bears and letting them bleed out away from the water. Use it on a standing great one. Not I. I would do some silly shit like that now on fallow, but there's no way I'm taking a shot on, like, my second great one. That's what I have to do for fallow. Don't do something like that, Moody. You're giving the fallow away. What if you botch it and it's like, here you go, Nana Kim. Here's a botched great one. Happy birthday. Gotta use the old... Yeah, I saw you use the one with the without a scope or anything on one of your fallow. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was. Well, I was about to say I think it was one of the golden ones, but I guess all the fallow are golden. Used it for my second fallow. Gotcha. Floating. I never had as much of a problem with fallow as far as being floaters. The bear have become, and I don't even remember them being this bad during my first grind, but they have become super annoying. Like this dude, let's see. Okay, I guess if I do that, it's fine. Did he just spawn in for me? Right there. Let's just wound him so he doesn't go in the water. Perfect. Use the muzzle loader on one of your whitetail. I don't understand. I would have to have... I'd have to be like FFL with fallow or Caitlin with bears, where I've done it so many times that I don't care anymore. Give love to it. Maybe on a diamond. I've used it on a diamond before. Just like when the day comes when that fox finally spawns, there's no way I'm not just going to use the quest. My English is starting to break again. RW, isn't English your first language? You're not in the French-speaking part of Canada. What do you mean it's starting to? I spied the dime fox with the quest last night. It does feel like it shoots a little high, but I guess I've kind of compensated. I haven't spied one with it in a while. There we go. Everywhere is French Canada. You can't escape it. Well, they make you learn French, right? Yep. That pissed me off too. Are we getting new multi-mounts? I doubt it. Spider said they put out the whole map though, so there's that. Like an overview of the map. Alright, I know that there's one. They did. Yes, if you got it, Caitlin, please. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm kind of hoping there's a lot of biomes on it. I know that they said there would be, but I hope that they separate, like, the wolves from if you wanted to do a grind. Be honest, I find sea shanties. That's your new thing, at least for rum. It's in the general. All right, let's take a look. Hit these barrel. We're almost at a time change anyways. It's going to be a doozy for guides. Oh, those are, yeah. Those are going to be very different biomes, it looks like. But that, I mean, assuming that the mule deer is away from the wolves and stuff, maybe you could Great One grind on it. Because there's at least like 3 or 4 different, you can just see the different colors of the biomes. BRB, alright, R-Dub. Put a 24-hour grind on it once it drops. For your guides, are you going to start a grind? Like a Great One guide? I really don't think it'll be the meta for Great One grinding. But I assume you're talking about doing your guides and stuff. Because I'll probably do a 24-hour, maybe not 24 hours. I'll definitely be live streaming the day it drops. You know, after Caitlin's been streaming it for a week. Guides for sure. Gotcha. Don't go to the water. Don't go to the water. Finally. This is my first early access. Congratulations. What are you going to focus on? I assume everybody's going to have a beaver video. iBuy will probably just start going for the mule deer on day 1. I imagine Crow and all of them will also be going for the Great One. Mule deer is not confirmed. In my mind, it's already confirmed. But again, I guess they could throw us a curveball. I'm going to run around and look for stuff. Nice. Yeah, mule deer, for me, it just feels guaranteed at this point. Got to get Rancho set up. If you set up for whitetail on Rancho, you're already kind of set up. Wanted bison and an elk. I think I'm probably gonna go for the ducks. Look really good. The wood duck looks like one of the best models for ducks they have in the game. And maybe by then I'll already have a golden eye and I'll be done duck hunting. The elk and the wood bison. Yeah, I already made room in my main lodge so I can fit all the new diamonds in it. pretty much just had to take out a ton of diamond Bantang because they're a dime a dozen. Woodland caribou might be... The thing about the caribou, you have to assume if they're like caribou and reindeer, they're going to troll so bad that most people won't even go for them. Although the caribou have been a lot nicer to me than the reindeer were. I've gotten a couple of diamond caribou just by running around looking for grizzlies. Visual difference in terms of racks. I think they may. Yeah, I was about to say, I was worried that the bison were going to be a copy and paste, but these bison look like they, you know, listen to My Chemical Romance, their haircuts and everything. Where the... There he is. Got them both. I saw Blue was really excited about emo bison. The woodland caribou aren't... Well, they clearly don't give a shit about that anymore. I mean, we can hunt snow leopards in southern Alberta there. This is going to be a good map for URW. It's like your backyard. I felt that way about Mississippi, and then everybody hated Mississippi, so not take it back. Now Mississippi is very different than where I hunt IRL. I'm excited to compare them to the other models. The bison, I said they're going to be way bigger. This was the Great One Lake. It is in my backyard. They've never cared about... I know, well, they used to use that excuse, but then on the very first map they rolled out, they put the Eurobison on, so... And I think Eurobison are basically extinct, right? I hear a bear. Dude, I could care less. I mean, it's a game. They can put whatever they want into it. No one listens to those. Are you talking about the little, when you first spot a species and it fills you in? But the general person doesn't. I don't listen to them. I will... There are species that It's like, man, that'd be cool to go hunt. And then usually I'll go on the internet and I'll see how much a tag costs, and then I come back to reality of I'm not going to go hunt that. I'll just keep it to what's in my state pretty much. And go study. Yeah. Well, some species I don't need to know about, right? Like the cottontail rabbit, fucking whitetail. Imagine the updated whitetail. Well, they have the whole chapter about CWD in the game. The deer are acting weird. Jimmy Jam, your deer better be acting weird, brother. 3,000 kills in, it's definitely time for your whitetail to show up. Also, what I like about at least the species list that they put out, there's still room to do another Arctic map at some point. You still got muskox, you still got snowshoe hare, you still got Arctic fox, you still got Dall sheep. They could still make another one. You still got polar bear, which are in the Hunter Classic. And at one point they said they wanted everything in the Hunter Classic to be in Call of the Wild. I don't know if they still care about that, but at one point that was said. Nice shot low. I need Dall sheep. Yeah, the Dall sheep are one I'd like to see in the game at some point. But there's a bunch of stuff I'd like in the game. Getting mad, they act weird, and it's a normal spawn. So I was talking to Hoopez about this yesterday. I think a lot of times folks just say, "Oh, my map's acting weird, guys." Maps act weird all the time. I don't know how different your map actually is when a great one spawns. I'm a whopping 26 kills. Thanks, Hunter. You'll probably get your second one before me, too. I was really hoping this would be the short grind. This zone. There we go. They are here now. Prince gets his bear before me, and then I'll get mine. Dude, I hope not. At 3,000 kills, yours should be on its way. That's the second level 3 today. Back to work, I'll be work. All right, Ruth. Hopefully the second half goes by quick. Damn, how did I... All right, we should at least get 2. The longer a grind goes, though, the more I start getting greedy about what I want. Good afternoon, Belding. The greed is real. So when this started, I was like, you know, I could get an exact duplicate of a bear and I'd be 100% fine. Now it's like, nah, it needs to be spotted. I'm sick of this. And we're at time 2. But I'll say this. Anytime I want to do a Great One grind, I should do it right after I do Black Bear. Because Black Bear will get you rich so fast. Respawns are showing up at this is the 3rd lake. If they're missing, sometimes the people say that it means a Great One's on the map. Are you doing it on Revan 2 League, Jimmy Jam? I think you said you were. It's crazy how many turkey goals you can make from turkey. You mean like Bonesy, man? I can see that being the case. I think this is the lake I left off on. And at least if it's a long grind, Jimmy Jam, at least you're doing it on Rev, so you got the open lakes, so. But you probably have a ton of diamonds if you've already hit 3,000 kills. Bones in the legs. Lab calls even. Dang, man. You kind of make me want next time I kill a turkey to just do my own taxing. Save money, don't take it to a taxidermist, just do it all myself. It sounds like you're using every bit of it. How many sandwiches? Tons. For a whole turkey, dude, you'd be living for a while. 50 dimes. I've been taking it slow for 50 dimes. So you're not super herd managed then. I don't even have to look for this other one. I know he ran right in the water and died. Yep, of course. Right into the water. Didn't save the leg meat. I don't know. I like turkey legs, but rolled the turkey down the hill is nuts. How far away were y'all then, Hunter? Although at this point, E-Man, I think I'd probably also just let the legs go. When we used to clean deer, my granddad was big on, oh, you got to take every bit of it. So we'd have to clean the ribs and stuff, and since then, I'm just not super interested in doing all that work. 35-yard shot. Dude, nothing about that sounds like it went according to plan there, Hunter. The 35, that's not that bad. Y'all must have called him in real close when the guy messed up. He had sandals. See, like, what are y'all doing? He had sandals, didn't have a round rack. Y'all aren't even trying to kill a turkey. Pre-ground turkey. Speed. So, Caitlin, what gun are you going to use on the fox when you spawn it? Now that we've moved on to the fox grind. They were just going through, so he ran out. Yeah, so y'all really weren't planning on shooting any turkey. A 243 pistol. Seems like a much safer option. with the Odin. And see, there's going to be folks in your chat that's going to be like, oh, you should use a bow with no sights. Use the muzzle loader. If you start doing some crazy shit on a shot against the Great One Fox, like, I feel like you're, yeah, recurve, there you go. I would only ever get to that point if I had, like, pheasants the way Ender does. Because Ender, I mean, he's got so many pheasants that he can just kind of mess around with his. Flinter with a bow on his pheasant. Did he use a bow on his first pheasant? To be fair, though, as long as you have it correct, you have the right grainage and everything, like, you should be fine. You're not going to mess up a pheasant. Unless you're shooting it with the wrong ammo. His second one. First shot's kind of crazy. 360 no scope with a recurve on your Great One Fox. Yes. Will make for great content. And then several hours of being sad when you fuck up your Great One Fox. Yo, what's up? What's up, Stoner? Back on the Bears today. Hopefully you're having a good day at work. Come on, you bastard. Just spawn already. Only 232 kills. You gotta be careful. Stoner's also in the middle of a Great One bear grind. And I'm sure he's already killed more than 232. Sending all my luck right now to you. Thanks. Of course, I sent all my luck to you that you weren't going to get a third gold. So I don't know how much that works, but I appreciate it. Although I think it's kind of cool to do a huddle with 3 of the same color. As long as all 3 of them had different racks. I'm 2,500 and some change. See, Hunter, he probably didn't appreciate hearing 232 for a bear. I still haven't had 232 for an anything. Two-bladed, one Irish. I need the elk rack. I feel like luck on the crew grind should not count against me for my solo grinds. That feels... Let's talk about my 2,000... Why? You're the one who did a grind that was already long, and then it's like, I want to turn around and do an exact same grind that punished you for a second time. Glad I didn't get a spoon. Yeah, same. That's kind of the only Great One variation that I haven't found a good fur for the spoon. And my first one was a mocha spoon, which in hindsight was like, man, I hate this. I needed a short grind after a long one. But you didn't just get a short grind, you got a really short grind. My shortest grind was still 600 kills. Spoon looks good with mocha. You think so, E-Man? There was a time where I felt like everybody was spawning mocha spoons. Fits more than any of the other furs. That's probably true. Does Spoon look good? Nah, not in my opinion. I think Spoon. It doesn't look terrible. It's probably my least favorite rack, though. It's yeah. It's just like a fan, pretty much. It does score the highest. I need to do another one of those just to get the elk rack finally out of the way. Piece and broken. Yeah, it's just like one big piece. The whole rack. One thing I like about the typicals is just how different the score can be on typicals. Like my typicals are almost 10 points apart from each other. If you do fallow, I'll do a fourth. At some point, I definitely will, just for the elk rack. I don't know where I'll put it in my lodge, but I need to get the fox and tar before I circle back to the easy ones. You have a giant typical? The one that I got on stream is definitely my biggest one. The painted scored like a 2. I'd have to go look it up, but it is like 10 points below what the mocha typical scored. Grinding buddies. Hey, I'm already doing a fox grind. Caitlin's doing a fox grind. You can get in on it. The fox grind is just so much more serious than the bear grind. The bear grind, I can just sit there and... Well, you see, yeah. A lot of folks volunteering to grind in solidarity until you start talking about tar and fox. Two versions of a shanty for the bear den? Let's go. Hate the tar whistles. A lot of people say that. I don't find them as bad as everyone else says. All right, R-Dub. I'll do tar. I'm heading to... I will not be doing that in solidarity. I've watched Disc spawn basically a tar every single weekend since they've been on New Zealand. There's no way I'm not just going to do it on Tay. A normal one and a more angelic one. An angelic sea shanty. It's for the map completion. Yeah. Have you already done all the missions too? That'd be sick. If you have everything on the map in Diamond, which you can't say it's for the map completion because I know you don't have a Diamond Snow Leopard. I cannot spawn a good... Shut up, Hunter. You're supposed to have a tough day immediately after getting your great one. I cannot spawn a big bear. You just spawned a giant bear yesterday. I'm working on that secretly. It's not really something you can stream. It's kind of slow for that. Today isn't yesterday. Already ready for another great one. See, this is what happens. You're starting to get greedy. When you spawn it, you should use some really obscure gun that nobody knows about. With a weird reticle. You did. Like what? Dude, I don't know. I don't know the weird guns. I'm never going to use one on a great one. It's another level 3 too. He's doing the turtle bear. I assume that shot hit him. There we go. $410 on a bear? Maybe. It still looks good in the lodge, Caitlin. Even though you say you don't like the combo and everything. But it still looks good. I'm done keeping track. That may be best for you, Jimmy, if it's that bad of a grind. All right, R-Dub. I will say, as far as the Ashen is concerned, I like the Ashen, but I think I prefer it with the Spider Rack. Got the Ashen out of the way. Oh, perfect. There we go, Hunter. We did the math. Where did this bear go? I thought the combos, the next combo, the combo I think would be my favorite for a moose would be a two-tone spider rack, like the one Cayman got. But if I did, I would want to get it on Leighton. Civic is 5K on his fallow. That's a, yeah. Like, I know those long grinds do happen. I do think a lot of people overestimate what their numbers are a lot. It's quite annoying when you have a person in your stream every time and they don't like. If you start streaming later at night and getting the AFK people, that happens all the time. Two-tone spiders, nice, my friend. Yeah, it looks really good. I wasn't big on the two-tone color before I saw Cayman's. And then after I saw Cayman got it, it looked really good. So far, we've had one rare all day. Especially when they're a mod. But yeah. You have a mod sitting there chatting with you and not hitting like. Sometimes people just forget, though. Damn it. Alright, he's gonna go down. That's why Nightbot's good to have. If you have it on that timer. Exit the chat with it. Because there's times I'll join a stream. And usually I'll just hit like and then immediately go into the chat. But there's times when it's like, I got something I want to tell this person. So you just hop in the chat, and then later Nightbot's like, hey, have you liked the stream yet? Or Pickle, if you have a Pickle bot. What's up? What's going on, B-Weaver? Trying to get a moose before the new map comes out. That's all we're doing. And later today, we're definitely going to be shooting GoldenEye. Picklebot? Yeah. Hey, when he took that gummy, he was Picklebot the whole night. It was like a free service. Alright, where's the tracks for this thing? Big old bird hunt. I'm trying, dude. I'm almost done with birds until the new map, and then I can focus on the pintail and the snow geese. The crinkling paper. I thought he was eating the paper. Yeah, he was hammered during Wreckfest that night. And I'm like, stop eating the papers. Why would I be eating the paper? Why the fuck are you crumpling the paper? It's like 16 G1s and can't get the chestnut. That's why, like, don't get me wrong, it would be super cool to have all the variations. But damn, that's a lot of bears to shoot. Plus, yeah, that's true. He was crossfaded. Level 2 bear, Jesus. Get him off the map now, dude. Can't have a monster like that scaring off the great one. There we go. A mule deer. These are the safest mule deer. Even if the muleys are a great one, no one's going to come to Silver Ridge. I like going outside too much to get over to. I said that forever. I mean, I never wanted to. I was like, I'll just sit here and do the get one of each. I still prefer going for all the diamonds, but at this point, I have duplicates of red deer, pheasant, and fallow. You got to get duplicates, E-Man, just so you can get the multi-mount. 2 Great One Bears wrestling, like that's too much for me to just give up. Then if you proclaim yourself to be royalty of bears, you better have all the bears. But having more than 2 takes away. I guess I could see that. Flinter says that, or used to say that. Now he has some duplicates too. I was not going to say anything about the grizzly. That is your conscience saying, wow, maybe I'm a false prophet. I should go for a piebald typical rat. Great one. Let's go, Hunter. Let's see. See you in a couple years. And then when you do spawn it, everyone's going to be like, oh, you're hacking. You're clearly hacking. I have 2 brown bears, though. I think I only have 2 as well. Never gonna live to see the no. Jackie has a piebald. Obviously, it's not a piebald typical, I don't think, but Jackie has a piebald, and he's on PlayStation. Prepare to never see the sun again. Yes. You're really going to have to prepare. It's kind of a spiritual journey, I guess, killing that many whitetails. That is wild. honestly didn't believe it until when they said it, and then I went to his lodge. Of course, some of those guys, like I put a lot of hours in Call of the Wild. Some of those guys have double my hours because of those competitions and stuff. Another level 2. Well, your spawns are just going to act weird because you just had a great one, I imagine. I had that when this first started. I had a ton of level 3s. I was messing around, Hunter. I bet you could do it. I guess. I wouldn't recommend doing that grind, but I get to go pick rocks off of a food plot today. Oh, nice. Who doesn't enjoy getting out there and getting their food plots together? That's one of the reasons when they were talking about the camp or whatever, like, oh, it's super realistic. Well, at some point, you're going to have to get out there and go pick up rocks. But when that deer camp came out, I was like, oh, it's very realistic. All I could think of is, why would I want it to be that realistic? I hate going out there and planting clover and everything else for deer. I don't play exactly. I guess it's fine if you don't hunt in real life and all you do is this. So you probably want something maybe a little bit more realistic. I already picked 4 big plots last week. Nice. But that's one of the reasons, like, I'm not big on... I hear something running. What are you doing over here? He's going to make sure I only get one. IRL grinding is illegal. Eh. So is night hunting, but I know basically every hunter I know has hunted at night at some point. Beck had... Well, I apologize if you're in the middle of a meeting. Glad to be back. Are you still doing your class on the Chat GPT today, or are you done with that? For hogs or coyotes night hunting? Oh yeah, hogs will always be legal. There's not a time where you can't go hunt hogs. And the more and more they keep moving north, the more it's going to be, do you hunt at all, RL? Yeah, I hunt a lot of hogs. Mostly whitetail, but I guess I would probably say if I had to pick something, I prefer turkey hunting. Hogs have just kind of become a thing in the last, like, 10 years. When I was younger, we didn't hunt hogs as much. Hogs suck. That's because B. Weaver's from my home state, so B. Weaver knows what hogs will do to some farms. Them farmers in South Alabama will pay you money to go shoot them hogs. Meeting them at the border. Wild boar suck too. I mean, yeah, they're basically the same. But see, down here, farming is so big that those hogs cost farmers, I mean, billions of dollars worth of damaged crops. So if it's like cotton season or peanut, I mean, that's basically either one or the other, peanut or cotton. Especially cotton, they'll pay you to go shoot the hogs. And they eat, yes sir. So many turkeys here, they eat all the farmers. Down here, we got the exact opposite. We got the turkey populations are in decline. I'm gonna go watch TV, maybe watch one. All right, Jimmy Jam. Appreciate you stopping in, man. And hopefully you get that whitetail. Seen one eating a fawn. Dude, I don't doubt that at all. We ended up, like back in the 70s, my uncles, they caught a bunch of hogs and they brought them to Central Alabama where they moved. And now, if you live in Central Alabama, dude, those hogs are everywhere. And I assume it's just because they all ended up, you know, breeding. There are no native hogs aside from peccary. And I've been trying to get a peccary hunt. One of the guys I used to work with has a ranch out in New Mexico, and he says they're everywhere. But if you're in a state that doesn't have hogs, just wait, they'll be there. Oh yeah, y'all are screwed. Hogs coming down from the north and hogs coming up from the south. And you will never be able to kill them fast enough, E-Man. Once they're there, you're just going to have to live with them. About a hunt in Texas? When I was out there, I saw some of those high fences. I never got to do it, though. seen one hog by yet? Well, if you've seen one, then you probably got a ton. But do my best. Boy, you better invest in some... Get you some ARs. Shit, get you some night vision. And probably a couple $1,000 worth of ammo. There's also those... I guess they're like cages that like an app on your phone will tell you when a hog is in the cage and you can drop the cage. I know some farmers use those too. No more webinars this week. Oh, nice. I'm not pulling no rum all-nighter. You get used to it. Oh yeah, the drop traps are super effective. They basically once you trap them, it's also illegal to let them go too. So you kind of just walk around the trap and shoot them with a pistol. Copilot's a little slow. She loves it. The hogs in Canada are a lot bigger. Yeah, they got the Russian boar in theirs. Everything is bigger in Canada. I can guarantee you, R-Dub, that we have bigger snakes down here. We definitely have bigger fish. Is that two more? Y'all do have moose. That's pretty cool. Never had a moose at my house? Oh, no. I've never lived somewhere a moose would have been. I was never stationed anywhere. The furthest north I've ever been as far as living has been Virginia. I say technically has the biggest moose because Yukon moose that spans into Canada. Well, R-Dub, I'll tell you this. In America, we would definitely just shoot our showerhead before we let it bully us. You're still talking about Copilot. I don't really have to prompt it because... But you're talking about the Copilot for work, right? Not just your generic Copilot that you get on regular computers. Because I haven't even used the regular Copilot from Microsoft. Don't shoot the shower head. Well, I won't. Mine doesn't fall on me. Another level 3. What is going on? Why do we have so many small bear? Besides of birds? Where do you live, Hunter? I mean, we got big-ass mosquitoes too, but... Size of birds, it's like the fucking rainforest or something. Oh, he's in the low bear stage. Upper Michigan. Yeah, you told me that. Up there saving your state from hogs with E-Man. BRB. All right, R-Dub. That call did not. Welcome back, R-Dub. This zone is just... Oh, that's why. Heat 14. Nice, man. Are you a troll? I don't know what that means. I might be a troll. That's true. What an ultimate troll move to spawn a great one when the rest of us can't. And then just shoot it however you feel like it. Spine it. Headshot it. Do whatever. Like a lower peninsula under the bridge. Is that a Michigan thing to say? Because I hate it. That's true. Waltz one time fought a whole battle on Reddit. He used a 300 on a grounded pheasant. The crate Reddit war never ends. There you go, man. Don't let it die. Just stop for a second. Just stop. That's true. If you spawn a pheasant and shoot it with a 300, at this point, people just assume you're trolling. I've heard youpers, but I've never heard trolls. What isn't a war on Reddit? That is true. Reddit's where a whole bunch of folks just come together to argue, I think. I made the mistake the other day. I went to the Hunter Reddit and already saw arguments about the new map that's not even out yet. Bighorn Rocky. I remember this conversation. I'm not going to lie to you. Even amongst Reddit, the Call of the Wild Reddit is among the more toxic Reddits I've ever seen. But I've already seen them on there talking about, huge miss on the new map. There's no whatever species they wanted. No polar bears. The other thing I'll never understand, there's that subset of people who believe that it's impossible to get a great one unless you're a stream 24/7. That's the only way you can ever do it. So they always complain about how they need to set a cap for great ones so that you don't have to get huge kills to get one. People think that, dude, all the time. There was a dude in Crow's stream the other day that was saying, well, I think they should put a cap on kills at 8,000. There's no way that dude has ever killed 8,000 of one species. Like, the odds of you having an 8,000 kill grind is so low anyways that asking for that cap is stupid. Here we go. Pretty smooth brain indeed. Like, on average, the average great one grind goes, 15-ish thousand. So if every day you came home from work and you killed 100 deer, I mean, you're going to get your great one relatively quick. I've gotten 3 great ones in 2 months. See? This guy gets it. I understand, but I don't know. They always say that. Like, I think it should be more accessible to, the casual player. What solution do you have to make that happen, though? Like, I don't know how you have a solution for it and still make it feel special. Oh, yeah. There's missions I'll never do because the grind is too much. Like, there's a mission on Sundar Patan that's like, kill 100 Nilgai. Like, I'm never gonna do that. Within 3 months. That's what I'm saying. But that complaint comes up so often. It's 8:30. Dude, I did that just a second ago. I got to 8:14. It's like, where are my bears at? Took me years to finish the parquet missions. Yeah, I could see that. The parquet ones and Salzwiesen, they always have those long grinds. Salzwiesen wants you to kill like 50 rabbits. What's up, Chopper? Back on the bears. Should I finish setting up whitetail or grind bears? Do you already have one of them, Bee Weaver? Oh, take a picture of a... Yeah, I remember that. It's like they want you to find a leucistic kangaroo. I have no bears or whitetail. I would suggest the bear. I like hunting bears just because I mean it's the kind of the brainless. You don't have to do anything but just put in the time to do it. You know. And yeah, like I'm at $2 million now. So I wish there were multiplayer like in Classic. Yeah. That's one reason I kind of like PlayStation versus PC. As I don't have to worry about, a modded lobby. There we go. Or not. R-Dub says to do whitetail. R-Dub, you should do whitetail. And get off a moose. Alright, that dude's just going to be a run a long way. Condolences on the bear. Unless she's trolling, and then it doesn't matter. It's all one big long con. That's pretty funny. Are you keeping count of your kills, Ruth? Or are you just casually doing it? Alright, Hunter. Sounds good. I find moose easier to do. Dude, I hate moose. To me, the easiest grinds that I've done have been the black bear and the pheasant. It's just kind of super easy. And taking a risky shot. Chopper, I was just saying the exact opposite. Heck no. I'd be using a 300 like everybody else. Alright, he's going to probably run in the water. Just been casual. Gotcha. I kind of want to do that with a grind. Caitlin says it with the moose has been liberating to not sit here and count. Fallow and yeah, that's true. I forgot about fallow. But once you get bear set up, bear's really easy too. The game said otherwise. I already told you. I went back and looked. I don't know how you shot that high from where it looked like. If I do bears, I don't know. If I do HM, I would do well. I would just HM it. You don't have to HM it fully, but at least do it to where you can just do the 4 legs. I hit fired my last whitetail. But yeah, that's like your what 17th whitetail though. Maybe if I got there, if I got a 17 of the same one, I'd probably do it. I'm gonna go see you later. All right, R-Dub. What is your dime to kill ratio for bears? I mean, I haven't gotten one today, but I had like 4 last time I streamed, so I'm probably getting a diamond every maybe 30, 50 kills. making the top reticles. I gotcha. Honestly, I wouldn't have taken. I know, like it was kind of quartered. I'll be gonna go watch Caitlyn shoot. I think she got robbed. Dime every 40 kills. Yeah, it's something like that, B Weaver. Get me double hours. Let's go, Hunter. Showed it off in slow motion. Yeah, I saw the slow motion. If anything, I could have seen. Yeah, should have hit top of the line. That's what I was about to say. It should have been a little bit high on the lung, but boy, this is every time. This is really good content. Sitting here waiting for this dude to just float back. Change the reticle. So the question is, when you spawn another Great One Moose, do you go for the redemption shot? You take the same shot with the same pistol? I guess that'd probably depend on the moose. It's like your dream combo, you probably wouldn't. There we go. Yeah, like I said, it would probably depend. If it's like your dream combo, I could get why you wouldn't want to take a risky shot. Another Ashen. I like the Ashen. I don't know. I don't know Moose well enough to say that this is like the combo that I hate the most or not, but I do like the combo that I got. And I know I like the combo that Cayman got. Glacier 2 is gooder than Ashen. You don't even have Glacier 2 at the bottom of your list. Whatever the orange moose is sucks. I can only really point to one great one that I'd say, you know what, if that spawned, I'd be a little bit disappointed. A great one is a great one. Yeah. I guess. Like I said, I don't like the spoon rack for fallow. And if I had to, my least favorite great one that I've ever seen is that cherry blossom fox that Stoner got. It's cool and it's still a flex because it's a fox and most people will never get a great one fox. But of all the colors, it's not as fluffy as the other ones. Die, dude. Yeah, that's true. If you put the time in, I mean. For me with fallow, I'm really picky with fallow at this point. I think typical's the best looking rack, and then I like the elk rack, and then the blade rack, and then the spoon. Ashen would look sick on the new map. Yeah, the map matters. Like the birch looks really good in the in Medved. Although to be honest with you, I like the Ashen on Yukon with the whole like burnt forest thing. I thought that was a pretty cool combo for Yukon. Oak looks good on Layton. I'd have to see it. To me, my favorite one on Layton would be the, I mean, I've already said it, the two-tone spider rack. Glad everyone agrees I got robbed. Does that really make it feel better, though? Oh, shoot. 2 more after that. I know at least 2 of these bears ran off way up in the woods. I hate these bears. I just don't remember them being this bad about floating the first time. Come on, dude. Nope. Range for 25. I still don't. That should have made that much of a difference. I don't want to fast travel because if I do, I'm going to have to main menu again. But dang, I hate this bear. So now this whole time is going to be spent just picking up these bears. Watch the clip. Yeah, that's what I think so too. He should have at least hit the top of the lung. So it's 2020. Yeah. I might have to set up on the south respawn. I wouldn't change that much, Hunter, if you just got your great one. Maybe you sacrificed him so that you can have a short fox grind. That'd be a pretty sick trade. I'd spawn this great one black bear and shoot it in the face if I could have a short fox grind. The fallow. Yeah, but you didn't really care about the fallow because it was a duplicate. Alright, bear. You almost took the entire drink time for that. The fox maybe have a long fallow grind. Yeah, but that was definitely worth it. Didn't have it. You know, I knew you didn't give a shit about the fallow. The minute you let Rum name it, I was like, yeah, she doesn't care what happens to this fallow. The long fallow grind. That's true, Hunter. You were rewarded with your long grind with an additional long grind. High was over, yep. Because when they were suggesting that, it's like, there's no way she's going to let y'all name it something like that. There's no way. Disnusky. Yeah, I like that name. She's just going to shoot it in the head. Alright, let's see if we can find these other two bears. Knew it was destined for greatness. How are the bears going? Yesterday was better. FFL. We're getting a ton of kills, but diamond rate has been bad today. And we're starting to spawn small ones. We got a bunch of level 3s. Gotta go get food before I forget you once again. Alright, Caitlin. This is what I should do with all the bears. If I just shoot them bad, then they won't fall in the water, and then I won't care. Hit 100 kills already. Well, given your last grind, you're probably like, well, almost there. Dude, I wish I could have a grind like that. To be fair, my second pheasant came in 600 kills, so I can't really complain too much about that, but working on the moose right now. You trying to get it before the new map drops? I know you got to be getting... I mean, you keep count of your kills, though. I know you're getting up there. Multi-hunting elk and bears. Still no furs for the elk. Which furs did you get for the bear? Probably cinnamon. 1,400 into pheasant. Ugh. Cayman's having a bad pheasant grind, too. But I'm telling you, once you set pheasant up, for me, I liked pheasant. 2,900. Well, that means whenever they announce muleys, maybe you'll get a short grind for mule deer. Maybe. I mean, the hunter went back to back on bad fallow grinds, but one at a time. I need 2 more, and then I'll call it. I don't need to do any more grinds. But that fox is going to be miserable. Should I do pheasant today? The setup for pheasant isn't really that bad, Hunter. If you want to do it on Salswiesen. I can't imagine you'd want to do it anywhere besides there. $3K each? Yeah, that's tough. It's already set up. Well, yeah, go shoot pheasant. The bears will still be there when you come back. But I do get it. That's the only reason I'm doing this one. I like the multi-mount. Have 2 multi-mount black bear. 13. Oh yeah, definitely go hunt pheasant. Dang, everybody's having long grinds right now. I know I shot another bear. Yeah. That many kills on that many grinds? Yeah. It will be cool though, because it's possible you just end up popping all of them like at the same time. So that'd be pretty sick. All right, dog. Now go find the bear. Go. Hoping. Dude, that would be sick. Pop them all at the same time, and then if I was that many kills into that many grinds, I would almost be like, I'll just stack them and then take them all down in one video. Because I know you're far along on your whitetail. I know you're far along on your moose. Black bear. One of them's bound to pop soon. Dang, I must have hit this dude in the foot. What was that? Oh. When they get the remodel, they're going to look really good, I think. Where'd I shoot you? We were inches away from not having to do any of that. Let's reset time. FFL, get on the game. What are y'all playing, B Weaver? Oh, y'all are doing the comp, I imagine. Doing your own grinds, gotcha. This thing will load. What did you do the I know Pickle was in here talking about the comp the other day. Did you do it this week, B Weaver? The class 9s? Alright, we'll take it. Couple small diamond bantang. Yeah, I thought of it because I went straight to yak, and then Pickle was talking about the yak, and he'd already got quite a few, I think. Boy, them bantang do give you some diamonds, though. Herd yaks. I finally got my diamond yak, Walt. I got everything off that map except for the snow leopard. Oh, that was terrible. Alright, we'll get one of them. The bantang are really easy to grind for. Yeah, I've seen a lot of 4s make diamonds for bantang. Yep, I ended up getting 3 in one night. The last ones I needed, I had like 3 Barasangas troll me, and finally got a diamond Barasanga. Got a diamond yak, and on the same map, got the Piebald and the diamond Nilgai. Yak addict. Dude, I'd like to get a rare yak. Bears do that often. Yeah, they remind me kind of the Rusa deer. Can't get a Barasanga. Just getting a lot of trolls, B Weaver. Or you just can't find a 5. The yaks troll really bad too. Another 5. Found 2 5s. They both. Yep. They're tough, man. They like Rusa deer. Rusa deer always troll. Into a diamond mine for Barasanga. Dude, I'm not ever going to set mine up like that. I ended up finding them in a multiplayer. I'm not going to go for Fezzer right now because I promised I'd open up one of my maps up for PC. After hitting 100 subs. Come here, dude. Yeah, I got trolled by 2 level 9 yak on the same lake. That was nuts. I also can't get a dang mountain lion. Mountain lions will troll you, but well, I don't know. It depends on when you started playing. A couple of years ago, it felt like mountain lions were a dime a dozen. You could find level 9s everywhere. "50 level 9s, 26 trolls, 24 diamonds." Dude, you got to get off of Cinder Patan at some point. Been playing since the old scoring system. You just had bad luck on the mountain lions. That really sucks. Got double trolls sitting side by side at one point. Yep. That was an initial spawn. First lake I go to, I see 2 level 9 guaranteed trolls on yak. I go back to my Cinder Patan now, it's just covered in all those duck decoys trying to do what that guy suggested for the snow leopard. Not a good first impression. No, but on the way to get those yaks, I did find a diamond woolly hair. So, I mean, I'll take it. We're going to leave that lake alone and just go down here. The woolly hair was actually my first diamond off of Cinder Patan. Put duck decoys on my rabbit burrows. That's smart. I'll probably end up doing that for some of my rabbits. That's a lot of rabbits are what's left on my diamond list. Fur type, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. It was one of the common ones. I wish it was an uncommon or something like that. But I've never got a cool fur type on a pair. I have a level 1 male bear. Jeez, dude. What a monster. You got to get him out of here. Big level 1s like that will scare away a great one. I do have cool furs for the European rabbit. Got a diamond during the molting fur. That's cool. Now I got a Mela and a leucistic European rabbit. He's on an exterior zone? Well, dang, dude. That's perfect. If you had a level 1 male bear, there's probably a level 9 somewhere on your map. Oh, dude, they look really good in the lodge together. The Mellow was obvious, but we were actually on, I think, the Fallow Grind on Rum's channel, and we saw this really bright colored rabbit, but it just looked brown. And then Caitlin was in the chat, and she's like, "I'm pretty sure that's leucistic." Because I had already ran past it once. There we go. this. I'll show you what I mean in the lodge, because I'm about to have to hop off for lunch anyways, but there we go. Hopefully this doesn't crash. For whatever reason, when I go to my lodge on a live stream, the game is bad about crashing. It's just loading all this greatness. There we go. Where's the woolly hair? Dang it. That's probably him in there. Alright, Chopper. Let's see. Whitetail. Dude, where did it go? Like the lodge? Thanks, Hunter. I try to have everything in the game in the lodge. But now I gotta find that woolly hair. There it is, Waltz. The dark brown. I assume that's... I mean, it's definitely gotta be the a common. But yeah, see what I'm saying? That one was obvious. It's a little black rabbit running around, so I knew that was a Mela. But I saw this and didn't think anything of it, because that just looks brown to me. Right? When I look at it, it's like, well, that's a little bit brighter. But I kind of just ran past it, and then Caitlin was like, I'm pretty sure that's leucistic. I'm pretty sure that's leucistic. So I came back and shot it. And there's the record snow leopard. He was an 8 mythical. We have yet to find the 9 legendary. I do need to update my trophy lodge, though. Yeah, I wish I had more rares for the rabbits, but I keep getting them on the same type. Same with ducks. The only duck left is a golden eye, which I don't have a diamond golden eye, but I got a female leucistic and a male leucistic. So the fact that I got 2 very rare golden eye before I could find a diamond, when I've been hopping into multiplayers for like the last month trying to find one, is nuts. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's... I think that's all I got for rabbits, except for diamonds. I mean, I got scrub hairs and stuff. But all right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here and go get lunch. But another day, still no Great One Bear. I knew it was going to be short, but that's pretty nuts. I'm starting to get into birds. Oh, dude, the birds... I mean, the super rare is obviously going to be my favorite. What I need is this one, the albino that goes right there. All right, Hunter, see you, B-Weaver. But if I could have the leucistic here, the Mela here, and then put that albino right there, give it to me. If I could find that. I have never seen an albino, though. All right, Chopper. See you, Waltz. All right, guys. We get carried away with these birds. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Appreciate all you guys staying with the stream, and we'll see you next time.